I think what we've decided as a coalition is to start first with issues before FERC, because we know we have a receptive audience and they've been already making progress supporting distributed generation and similar things. Some of the biggest barriers lie in the states and the inability of, more than two customers to join together and form a microgrid. So, there's a long road, but you have to choose your targets strategically.
We get a lot of regulators who look at us and say, now that you walk through with us what microgrids are capable of providing to the grid in terms of wholesale services, in terms of reliability values, community values, and so on, they really do feel that there is a gap that is in there and that needs to be filled in the regulatory frameworks.
A very simple thing could be how demand is calculated on our unit. When our gas turbine is down, the utility looks at the peak load for us, and we get billed for that the entire year. So if we're down in April and March when the loads are not that high, why should we be hit with a full demand charge?
What we really want to do is to get fair treatment for the microgrids, and that means that standby rates need to be better crafted and need to be fair. Right now, the standby rates don't consider the fact that in the cogeneration and microgrid areas where these are prolific, you have multiple plants with better than 90% availability, but each one pays a standby rate as if it's a standalone. If you treated these as an aggregate group, their standby rates would be much less.
I'd like to see a consolidation of the changes that FERC has been making with better definitions and really a level playing field. And I think that's eminently doable. And I'd like to see that start to trickle out to the non-RTO areas where FERC does also have jurisdiction over the transmission system and does have a way to help start people thinking about it. Probably I'd say we'd love to cooperate with a handful of states that are already thinking ahead, where there's a will to really make a change in the paradigm. That would be to go in and sort of help them do that. And then when it works someplace, then you can start to spread it out.
We are trying to work with the power companies as a partnership or any other form to maintain reliability, the integrity, and the security of the grid, because we have an interest. Working with them, making them responsible for financing of some of these microgrids, being owners of some of the microgrids, maybe we will change the market and will change the attitude of the power companies, being more flexible in changing the laws instead of fighting the laws.